back everyone. Welcome to the third class of Mehndi Henna design.
आज हम आपको मेहंदी के जो हथेली के ऊपर पट्टा बनाना सिखाएंगे और फिंगर्स का सिखाएंगे.
Today we will learn how to make designs on our wrist and on our fingers.
चलिए स्टार्ट करते हैं.
Now we'll start, and I hope everyone has their henna with them, henna cone with them, and I will wait for a few seconds for everyone to switch on their cameras. Okay, we shall start now. मैम शुरू करते हैं.
इसे कहते हैं पट्टा.
We call it belt. We make two straight lines first, keeping a good gap.
अब हम इसके अंदर जाल भरेंगे.
Now in between we'll make a net design. We'll first create diagonal stripes like this. I would request everyone to switch on their cameras.
फर्स्ट ऐसे लाइंस खींचेंगे.
First we'll create the diagonal stripes in this entire rectangular shape. Now we'll create another set of diagonal stripes in the opposite direction and get a check pattern like this.
कोई सवाल हो तो पूछ लीजिए.
If till here anyone has any doubt, they can raise their hand. Okay, we can move forward now.
फिर हमको ऐसे इसको फिल करना है.
Now we'll create tiny dots in the inner corners of the checks that we have made.
आपको भी सब में ऐसे करते रहना है।
Everyone has to fill the checks like this. We'll continue to create the tiny designs. Okay, we have received one question from Xiaoping. He's asking if there is any tips on creating long and continuous line that has no breaks in between. क्वेश्चन पूछ रहे हैं कि जो हम लाइंस हमने डायगनली बनाए हैं तो उनका कोई टिप है कि वो बीच में से टूटे ना, कंटिन्यूस रहे बनाने में।
जैसे कि ये देखिए,
Okay, we are showing again how to
कोन
make
को कभी
straight
भी
diagonal lines.
आप मेहंदी लगाते वक्त टच नहीं करेंगे हथेली से, थोड़ा सा ऊपर उठा के रखेंगे तभी आपकी लाइनें सीधी होंगी।
We never touch the surface with the cone. We always keep a slight gap when we create a line. And that will allow you to have a smooth line like
जैसे
this.
हमारा इस कोने से हम इधर लेके आएंगे।
Now from this corner we'll make a line like this.
ये हमारी है फर्स्ट लाइन, फिर हम इसके साथ से ही शुरू करेंगे।
Now along with it we will make second line. As you can see here, the tip of the cone is not touching the surface when we are making the lines.
तभी हैंड रखते हैं,
And that is why we keep the hand for the base so that we can have a decent distance from the surface.
और हमें जब दूसरा लाइन खींचना है तो कहाँ से खींचना है वो देखिए।
And when we have to create the crossing lines,
हमें इस कॉर्नर से लेना है,
we'll take it from the other corner in the opposite direction. Okay, we have another question from Nahid. That the check pattern has always some angle issue in it. Okay, so हमारे पास क्वेश्चन आया नाहिद से कि जो चेक वो बना रहे हैं वो उनका हमेशा एंगल ख़राब हो जाता है, तो उसके लिए क्या टिप्स।
एंगल के लिए हमें, जैसे कि ये हमारा हैंड है, तो हमें ये देखना है कि हमें यहाँ से ये देखिए,
as you can see here, with the steady hand we have to create the lines. So you will be able to achieve the fine lines like this if you keep your hands steady. With a little practice you will be able to do it. If anyone has any other doubt, they can raise their hand. We'll take their question. Okay, we have one question from Anum. Anum, please unmute yourself.
Yes. How much gap should it be? Like you first said, like 2 draws. Like you said, there should be good gap. So how much should it be?
So the gap that you are asking, it is for the rectangular shape that we have made, or the distance from the surface with which we hold the cone?
No, like a rectangular shape.
Okay, rectangular shape.
How much?
So
Flourishes.
when we are making, okay, तो वो पूछ रहे कि rectangular shape जो हम बनाते हैं तो उसमें कितना गैप हमने लगभग
ये
1
कौन
इंच
सा?
का?
अंदर वाला या
नहीं, ये पूरा, ये जो बेल्ट का गैप है.
2 fingers?
Okay, so we roughly take the gap of about 1 inch. That would be the thickness of your 2 fingers. Okay, thank you. If anyone has any other question, they can raise their hand. And if everyone has completed this step, then we can move forward. Okay, we'll move forward now.
अब हम लोगों को, जैसे हमने जाल बनाया, इसके ऊपर हमको, जैसे यहाँ जाल हमने बनाया, इसके ऊपर हमें कुछ पैटर्न देना है, तो क्या देना है वो देखिए.
Now we'll learn to draw the pattern after we are done with the net design.
ये हमने 2 लाइंस खींची हैं.
First we have drawn 2 lines.
फिर एक लाइन इसकी हमने भरी.
And now we'll fill the first line to thicken it. Okay, we have one question from Devanshi. She's asking, she wasn't here for the first time, so how she would hold the cone in her left hand. तो वो पूछ रही है कि लेफ्ट हैंड में कैसे कोन को पकड़े मेहंदी लगाने के लिए.
राइट हैंड है उनका, लेफ्ट है, चलता कौन सा?
राइट.
राइट ही चलता है, तो फिर
हाँ.
लेफ्ट में कैसे पकड़ेंगे?
Okay, so what we can do that we always use our dominant hand. So if you are working with your right hand, then you can only hold with your right hand, or if you are working with your left hand majorly, then you can use your left hand. So to make the design and to make it precise, you always have to use your dominant hand. Okay, we'll continue with our design now.
फिर उसके ऊपर हमने ये स्कैलप बनाया है.
Now on top of the line that we have made, we will continue to draw the scallop design like this.
हमने आपको लोटस सिखाया था, इसके ऊपर ऐसे लोटस करना है.
In our previous class, we have taught you how to draw the lotus. Here we'll draw a lotus design.
ये देखिए ऐसे 3 लोटस आएंगे.
Like this, we have to draw 3 lotus.
इसको ऐसे फिल करना है.
Like this, we need to thicken the borders. If anyone has any question, they can raise their hand.
जैसे आपको एक और जाल बताते हैं.
Now we'll teach you another net technique.
आप ऐसे भी कर सकते हैं.
Like this, you can draw a petal design in between the checks.
ऐसे करके आप फिल कर सकते हो जाल में.
Like this we can fill the check with the petal design.
सेम हम नीचे भी ऐसे ही करेंगे.
We can create the similar design from the other side of the belt as well.
ऐसे थिक करेंगे पहले.
First we'll thicken the border.
फिर एक और लाइंस.
And now we'll draw another line.
फिर ऐसे स्कैलप.
And then we'll draw a scallop like this.
फिर इसके नीचे ऐसा डॉट.
And now underneath this scallop we'll create a tiny dot design like this.
ये आपका समझ आ गया आपको?
I hope everybody has been able to understand this much, but if anyone has any doubt they can raise their hand. And you can also show us your work. Antara is showing her design.
हाँ बढ़िया है.
Antara, your design looking good. Okay, we have received one question from Claire. She is asking how the henna is coming out of the cone smoothly. Her is breaking out. तो मतलब henna जो निकल रहा है उनके कोन से वो टूट टूट के निकल रहा है, तो वो कैसे स्मूथ हो पाएगा?
यह रेडीमेड कोन होगा ना. तो क्या कहते हैं वो कोन को ऐसे कोन में ही डाल के चलाएंगे तो स्मूथ निकलेगा.
Okay, so Claire, and for everyone else also, whenever you bring the store-bought cone, that will definitely have that problem. So either you can make the henna paste at home, or what you can do, that transfer the entire henna that you have bought from the store into this type of cone that you can make at home. And that way you can have a smooth texture.
मेहंदी तो स्टोर से लेके आ जाए, लेकिन ये खाली कोन घर में बनाए.
You can always buy the henna powder from the store and try to make the paste at home. That way you will have a good consistency of the henna paste. We have one question from Anum. Anum, I would request you to please unmute yourself. Anum, please turn on your audio. We cannot hear you. Okay, you're audible now. Please ask your question. Anum, we can hear you. Please ask your question.
Yes. How can we hold the henna cone properly? Because when I hold, my hands are hurting.
इन्होंने जो कोन खरीदा है ये ठीक है, ठीक है। और हम लोगों को ना फर्स्ट क्लास में बताया था कि कोन कैसे बनाते हैं कागज़ से। उनको बोलो वो कोन बनाएं और ये जो मेहंदी के कोन से उस कोन में, खाली कोन में भर के लगाएंगे तो इनके हाथ में दर्द नहीं होगा।
हाँ, वो पकड़ने के लिए भी पूछ रहे हैं कि कोन को पकड़े कैसे कि वो हर्ट ना हो।
पेंसिल जैसे जिस कोन से ये लगा रहे हैं उससे तो हर्ट होगा ही।
ओके,
पेंसिल कोन से,
ठीक है,
पेन की तरह।
Okay, so Anum, you can do one thing, that you can always try to hold your cone like you hold the pencil or pen, not from the top, but yeah, like that, just the way you hold your pencil or pen. Yes, yes, exactly. Or if it is feasible for you, you can transfer the henna. I think it is a store-bought henna. So you can do one thing, you can prepare the cone at home and transfer your henna in it. That way it won't hurt much. Okay, thank you Anam. If anyone else has any question, they can raise their hand. Okay, we have received one question from Xiaoping. That they're using the store-bought henna cone. That's why, and that is why the line cannot be super thin like the teacher. Okay, so yes, as we said earlier, that the store-bought henna has such problems. So to have a fine line like this, you can transfer it into a cone that you make at home, and also you can adjust the consistency before transferring. That way you will have a smooth lines. Okay, so we have another question from Devanshi, that she is left-handed. How should she hold the cone? So Devanshi left-handed है, तो भी वो कैसे hold करे cone? मतलब पेन और पेंसिल की ही तरह जैसे normally hold कर? Okay, okay Devanshi, you can hold the cone like pen and pencil only, just the way you would use to write, and that way you can use to make the design.
अब हम फिंगर्स का डिजाइन सिखाते हैं.
Hope we have been able to clear your doubts. Now we can move on with our finger designs.
पहले हम फिंगर्स बनाते हैं.
First we'll create a finger.
हम नीचे से शुरू करेंगे, यहाँ से.
So we'll start the design from the bottom of the finger.
हाथ में लगाना हो तो.
Whenever we apply henna on hand, we always start from the bottom of the finger when we are doing the finger designs. ठीक है.
ऐसे 4 लाइंस खींच लीजिए.
First we'll draw 4 lines like this.
पहली लाइन को ऐसे थिक कीजिए.
We'll thicken the first line like this. Now we'll draw a scale up design on the top.
हमें फिर डबल स्केलअप करना है.
Like this, we'll double the scale up design.
जो हमने सर्कल के ऊपर आपको सिखाया था सेम वही पैटर्न करना है.
In our previous class, the design that we have made for the circle, we'll make similar design like this. First smaller scale up, then a little bigger in size.
फिर ऐसे थिक करना है.
And now we'll thicken on the top like this. Okay, we have received one question from Nahid that they are unable to make the delicate designs like our teacher. Is there any suggestion for that? So वो पूछ रहे हैं कि इतना जो डेलिकेट और फाइन डिज़ाइन हम बना रहे हैं तो वो किसी के हाथ पे बनाने के लिए कोई सजेशन है कि उसमें टाइम बहुत लगता है बनाने में.
हाँ,
तो वो
जब हम लोग इसको लगा वो भी सिखा देंगे. जो डेलिकेट ना हो वो भी एक दो डिजाइन सिखा देंगे.
अच्छा,
बता देंगे. डेलिकेट तो प्रैक्टिस से उनका हाथ का स्पीड बढ़ जाएगा.
ठीक है. So Nahid, you can achieve that delicacy with practice. Either you apply on your hand or on someone else's, and for everyone's convenience, we will also teach some other design that are not so fine or delicate, and those are easy to make. Now after drawing a fine line on top, we'll make another row of scallop.
इसके ऊपर फिर हम जाल करेंगे.
And now on top of this, we'll
कि
make
जो
a net design.
शॉर्टकट है.
This is a shortcut method. Like this, we'll create a check pattern first.
फिर आप इसके ऊपर हम डॉट डाल देंगे.
And now we'll create the dot design as we have
Corners
learned
में.
earlier in the inner corners of the check.
ऐसे. इनका दिखाना नीचे. हाँ.
Okay, Nilima is
हाँ,
showing
बढ़िया.
her design. Nilima, it is looking good. Everyone, please show your design.
हाँ, बढ़िया है.
Okay, Sana is showing her design. Okay. Devanshi is showing her, Jaina is showing her design, Smita, Geeta also.
बढ़िया है सबका. बस प्रैक्टिस करना.
Everyone's design is looking good. You just need a little bit of practice. देख लिया.
दोबारा से दे दो एक बार.
Okay, Devanshi is also showing her design. It is looking good. Everyone's design is looking good. If
Yes.
anyone has any doubt, they can ask the question by raising their hand. Sana is showing her design.
बढ़िया है. प्रैक्टिस बस करने के लिए बोल देना.
Sana, it is looking good. You just need to do a little bit of practice to make it look little neat. I would request everyone to share the work in our group also. You can send us the pictures.
फिर दोबारा से एक फिंगर्स बनाइए जो आपको दूसरा फिंगर्स का डिजाइन हम बताते हैं.
Now we'll learn another finger design. For that we'll create a finger first.
ये देखिए एक फ्लावर रोज़ बनाना सिखा रहे हैं, वो देखिए पहले आप.
Now we'll learn how to create a rose.
पहले ऐसे करना है.
First we'll make a coil like this.
फिर ऐसे करो. इसे ये हमने कंप्लीट किया है.
Like this we'll create a rose.
फिर इसको ऐसे कवर करना है.
Now we'll cover it like this.
फिर हमें ऐसे करना है, इसके ऊपर भी पत्ती बनानी है.
Now on the cover we can make a petal design like this to make it a little bigger.
अब मैं ये आपको फिंगर्स में करके दिखाती हूँ.
And now we'll create the same rose in the finger.
ये बना लिया.
Like this you can create a rose.
आपको पत्ती भी सिखाई थी, इसके ऊपर ऐसे पत्ती बनानी है.
Now we'll draw the leaf like this.
सेम ऐसे ही नीचे भी बना दीजिए, या नीचे सेम बनाइए या ऐसे कर लीजिए.
Either you can create the same pattern on the other side or you can create a small coil design like this.
हिना कोई भी ले लीजिए, नेहा का कोई भी. रेडीमेड आता है ना, वही सही रहेगा.
If anyone has a doubt what kind of powder, henna powder they should choose, you can choose any henna powder that you can find in the store. And like this you can finish your design.
चलिए नेक्स्ट क्लास में आपसे मिलते हैं. नमस्ते.
Till here, if anyone has any question, they can raise their hand. And everyone also please show us how you have completed this last design. And don't forget to share the pictures in our WhatsApp group. Okay, Smita is showing us, Sana.
हाँ बढ़िया है, आप बस उसको थोड़ा छोटा बनाइए रोज को. फिंगर्स में सही है.
Okay, in the fingers it is
Excuse me,
looking
ma'am.
good, Sana. You just need to make it little neat.
हाँ, आप पूरा वीक प्रैक्टिस करिए.
We have received one question from Mariam. Mariam, please unmute yourself.
The one with the lotus one?
Mariam, please repeat your question. We weren't able to hear you.
I'm asking, can you show me the full picture of what you have drawn? My one part is left.
Sure. We can show us on the screen.
With the fingers.
For everyone's reference, they can take the screenshot, and we will also share this picture in our WhatsApp group.
Sure.
Okay, Mariam, thank you. If anyone has any other question, they can raise their hand.
हाँ बढ़िया बनाया आपने.
Okay, so that's it for today's class. Hope it was informative for you, and please subscribe to our YouTube channel where we upload the recording of the class, and you can practice it later.
एक क्वेश्चन और है सिद्रा का.
We have one question from Sidra. Sidra, please unmute yourself.
Yes, the rose which we are drawing, that's so fat for me. How can we draw it thin?
Sidra, could you please repeat your question?
The rose which we are drawing, that's so fat for me to draw. How can we draw it thin?
For the rose, you can draw a small line first, and then on top of that you can thicken the areas, and that way you would be able to draw a good rose. We can draw it again. You need to draw flat patterns like this by giving a little bit of gap. Okay, Sidra, hope we have been able to answer your question well. If there are any other doubts, you can drop in your question in our WhatsApp group. We would be able to answer all of those.
नेक्स्ट क्लास को.
Okay, thank you everyone for joining today's class. We will see you all in our next and final class. That is on next Tuesday, 22nd of October. Till then, keep practicing, and do not forget to watch our recording on our YouTube channel. Please subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon so that you get the notifications.
ओके.
Thank you so much everyone. See you in the next class. Till then, take care and keep practicing. Bye everyone.
Thank you.
मैम कुछ फोटोज नहीं है ना.
क्या